And to Newswatch, and the news is it's now official. The definition of man and the definition of woman, they no longer have just a biological meaning. The Cambridge Dictionary now says that man can also include an adult who lives and identifies as a male, although they may have been said to have a different sex at birth. So you can't even say, as a matter of fact, they were born male. Same with a woman. That's an adult who lives and identifies as female, though they may have been said to have had a different sex at birth. May have been, you don't know. Joining me is Sophie Elsworth, media writer for the Australian newspaper. Sophie, good to see you again. Now, how's this news of the new definition going down?
Well, there's, as we would expect, Andrew, a lot of concern about this. It's awfully confusing, the fact that this definition has really thrown the whole gender debate up in the air. And, Andrew, it's very concerning too in terms of reporting on people's gender. So how do you identify someone now? Which pronouns do you use? As we see in newspaper articles, Andrew, this is problematic too, where people are saying their pronouns are they, them. They're not describing themselves as a woman or a man. It's awfully confusing, and I think this is completely unnecessary, and it's wokeness gone crazy again.
It's interesting, isn't it, whether you insist that the word man or woman refers exactly to a biological reality, or whether you in a dictionary accept that some people now intend to use it in a way that you might not have thought of. There's a woman staring at you with a great beard and all this kind of thing, or someone who says they're a woman, and that's the way they use the word. So I don't know what the dictionary's definition is, dictionary is supposed to do about all that.
Well, isn't it a simple thing where we stick to the original thing? You're born a man, you are a man. Are we going to change this now and throw the whole thing up in the air? And then for instance, but Andrew, when I'm doing interviews as a journalist, I don't feel the need to ask someone, what are your pronouns? But heaven forbid, you could find yourself in trouble now, because there's many people out there who are saying, I'm a they, them. So do not call me, a woman or a man, or refer to me as he or her or she or whichever. It's awfully confusing, completely unnecessary and utterly ridiculous.
Well, sometimes I think it's actually a power game, to be honest. Sophie, the world has a new richest person. It's no longer Elon Musk, who bought Twitter and turned it into a stone around his neck. It's now Bernard Arnault, the French tycoon behind the luxury goods empire LVMH. That's got brands like Louis Vuitton, Christian Dior, Moet Chandon, all the things that you naturally are famous for purchasing yourself. He's on $171 billion US, just pipped Musk on $164 billion US, with Indian miner Gautam Adani third. He's got a mine obviously in Queensland too. Gina Rinehart remains the richest Australian on $24 billion. What happened to Elon Musk?
Well, basically, Andrew, all the reporting is saying that since he purchased Twitter and that sale was completed in October, Elon Musk has been far more focused on that cesspit of a social media site, Twitter, than he is on Tesla. The value of Tesla has dropped dramatically this year. I think the share price is down 28% since Elon Musk purchased Twitter and completed that sale back in October. And he spent $44 billion purchasing Twitter. I mean, that's a fair bit of money. So he's no longer the world's richest person.
Yeah, and I think a lot of journalists want to take him down too. So for all we know, that might be why they decided to knock him down to number 2. I don't know. Now, look, we have to go back to it. I feel we do. Tomorrow we're going to get the second half of the Harry and Meghan Markle Netflix documentary about how cruel this world has been to these poor people and how mean the royal family has been to them. Here's Harry whinging again about the royals in the preview of what we're going to see tomorrow.
They were happy to lie to protect my brother. They were never willing to tell the truth to protect us.
I think that's been so far his most pointed attack on his brother. How's this documentary turning out for him and Meghan Markle?
Well, I think incredibly badly, Andrew. It's going to be in total 6 hours of trashing the royal family. Meghan Markle got her claws into Harry, she got her toes into the palace, and she's been on this rampage to destroy the institution that it is. And sadly, Harry, who I think has mental health issues, has gone along with this. It's a very sad state of affairs, and I think this won't end well for this couple at all, Andrew. In fact, I've said for a long time, I think one day they will bust up and he'll regret the way he's behaved. She certainly won't, because she's making a fortune out of it and dragging him along with her.
Well, you know, I find this fascinating showcase into their total lack of reality, their total selfishness, their hypocrisy, their cruelty. For instance, I find it incredible that these two have been complaining about media intrusion into their lives when they turn out to have intruded into the Queen's property with their photographer, who didn't just sneak a photo of them in Buckingham Palace without the Queen's permission, but even snapped them having tea, or pretending to, in the Queen's outsized doll's house, which was given to the Queen when she was a girl. There's no way she would have allowed them to turn that into a prop for their documentary. I mean, this is just, if someone did this to them, they would be incandescent, but they feel quite okay doing it to the Queen.
Well, these two are utterly disgraceful in my view, Andrew, and the only good thing to come of this is that the late Queen is not here to listen and watch this trash, because I think it's disgraceful what this pair are doing and making a fortune in the process. I think they should be ashamed of themselves, and I think they're doing themselves immense harm, because eventually this whole, business model they've got of destroying the royal family and making money will come to an end.
Yes, absolutely so. Sophie Elsworth, thank you so much for your time.